Hey guys, and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. We are finished with Eggman, but we are not finished with shooting levels because we still have to deal with Miles, Tails, Prower. Like Eggman, he has 5 levels, so we are going to be doing 5 times 5, which is 25 missions in the next few videos. After we finish off Tails' levels and the shooting levels in general, we will move on to the hunting levels with Knuckles and Rouge, but that will be a few videos after. Right now we're just doing the 100 ring mission, and it's the easiest mission, as you probably figured out by now. So this one never causes any trouble, unless you lose your rings, which would stink, but this level is not too hard. I mean, what do you expect? It's the first Tails mission. First Tails level, I should say. And I love hitting Omo Chao. It happens so much after you get the laser upgrade. See? It's happening every 5 seconds now. Poor Omo Chao. Oh boy. Maybe if I hit him enough, he'll just like stop talking altogether. I'll blow off his voice chip. Certainly a worthy goal to work towards. Anyway, that should be the thing. Someone should tally how many times in each video I kill Omo Chao. Hey, got him there. Oh, that's wonderful. And sometimes if you stick around, he says a little thing afterward, after he wakes up and flies back to his spot and he's angry or has amnesia or something. But usually I'm hitting away so fast that his complaining and whining just fades away. Yes, we almost got 100 rings here. Got a nice 10 from that checkpoint, which is there 20. Didn't have quite enough rings for that. But that's okay, because ring missions aren't very long in the first place, so it's not a really big deal. Yeah, we are about 8 rings away from ending this mission. It's not as quick as other 100 ring missions, but no 100 ring mission is really long. Well, I say that, and I might be wrong, actually. In fact, was Cosmic Wall, how long was that one? I don't remember anymore, but that's inconsequential. We're 1 ring away. Really? There could be another ring at the end of that line? Oh well, we're gonna get it right there.
I did it!
Yeah. Yes, you did it. And an A as usual, because I make sure it's an A. Just under 2 minutes, and why does he always have to kiss up the Sonic at the end of every A? Because you get a different little verbal thing. I should have said this before. They say a different little thing at the end of the mission for any rank you get. So for a B rank, you would say something different, and C, and so on. I just love how A rank, it's always trying to get attention from Sonic at the end. Well, he's a kid. He's still cool. He built this giant mech thing. That's also a plane, that's also a car. Why it had to be a car is still anyone's guess. Anyway, moving on to one of my favorite missions, probably my favorite. I don't know if I like this or hard mode. Finding the Lost Chao. Unfortunately, the Mystic Melody statue is pretty far to the level. Actually, it's about as far as the where we got the 100th ring was. And I'll be honest, that was one of the longer 100 ring missions I remember doing. Although I'm sure I've had longer. And I'm gonna go on the limb and guess that Cosmic Wall was longer than that one. Anyway, the end of the Lost Chao mission is basically where the end of the 100 ring mission was for this level. And it will be a little bit quicker because we're not going to be worrying about getting rings, so that's something to look forward to. Let's see how much quicker. The time for the 100 ring was 158. Let's see what I get here. We're already at 102. These guys buster around. They're not really good at their jobs. I mean, I don't know if they're just like sending security footage to guys who couldn't actually shoot me down, or if, you know, they're just hanging out. But I don't know what their security purposes are. And right here, up on top of this thing, and to the left, you will see the Mystic Melody statue. And it will produce a spring, bringing up to where the Lost Chao is being held. Prisoner, apparently. You know, we could take the time to free Sonic, but this Chao is obviously more valuable to us. This Chao will save the world one day. You'll see more about Chao again in the last portion of my LP. And hey, we were 17 seconds faster than the Chao. We kind of had a little bit more distance to go. So yes, not having to worry about rings changes your score. I mean, not your score, your time. Maybe your score too, if that's something that really bothers you and not something you're good at doing efficiently. But anyway, moving on to the most pointless. I say pointless, but actually I'm not sure if this is one of the time limit missions that actually made me change the way I do the missions. I mean, it's 3 minutes. It's not a ton of time, but for this level, I don't know if that's gonna make you rush much. Let's be honest. Anyway, now that I have the powered up whole cannon, I can show off that light right there. Getting to that thing. Yeah, I didn't do it in the 100 ring or Lost Chao missions because that was a time thing, and I didn't feel like taking detours to show off cool stuff there. Plus, the actual score didn't matter back in those missions, I should say. So, getting the life and the points like that gets you, because it gets you points too, would not be helpful, but here it's helpful. Because time missions are overall score based. Everything matters. Omo-Chao, stop telling me about destroying wooden containers. I've graduated far past this point by now. You'd think when you're playing Mission 4 they wouldn't have Omo-Chao with the newbie stuff still going on. I mean, yeah, because you have to... I know in the Sega Dreamcast version, you have to finish all the levels in the story in order to move on to other missions. I'm trying to remember if it was that way. I feel as if when I was playing this in the story mode and I looked at the stage select part, I think levels were appearing as I was doing them in this GameCube version, which was different from the Sega Dreamcast, instead of all at the end of the story. But I could be wrong, I'm trying to remember. Because then it would kind of make sense. But I know that the Dreamcast version did that as well, so it's still a little bit silly that, you know, they don't change up the Omo-Chaos or do something to him when you're on mission 4. So yeah. And a thought that's just coming to my head right now that I thought I'd share with you all. Ooh, why didn't I get that life before? That's another random thought. Oh, you know why? Because that's where the Lost Chao was hidden. At least that's my excuse for Mission 3. Mission 1? Yeah, it would have been there in Mission 1. I don't think I got that in the story mode, did I? I'd have to look back at my own footage to see that and figure out whether I did or not. Anyway, as I was saying, random thoughts that was coming to my head. Is there really any benefit to the laser upgrade, or is it just all detrimental? Because, yeah, you destroy enemies that are adjacent to enemies you target onto, but the whole point of getting bonus points is that you lock on to everyone individually instead of just going one by one. But then again, I've noticed locking on to maybe 2 enemies and then getting a bonus for more than that. So I'm starting to wonder if it counts as if you lock onto them if you do a lock on and you destroy more enemies than you actually lock onto. But I don't think it totally makes up for it, because I'm pretty sure I locked on to 6 guys and ended up killing 10 once, and didn't get the perfect, or didn't even get close to the perfect bonus back. So that's just something I've been thinking about. Anyway, we have 9,877 total rings now. That's amazing. I know we use them in the Chao Garden, in this kind of black market thing somehow, but I'm not sure what that's like or how many rings is good to bring to that black market to be able to get a lot of stuff. Anyway, we are about to finish off the first stage of Miles Tales Prower with a hard mode. It's not gonna be anything too fancy because it's the first level of a character, so. But still, it's gonna be fun to watch. Yeah, and always the enemies are faster to shoot at you than they normally would be. And then there's this shield stuff. That stuff just gets me impatient. Because if you keep shooting at the shield, it just takes them longer to lower it. So, by the way, don't do that. But waiting for that shield just makes me grind my teeth. It's so annoying. I feel as if hard mode is harder in Dark Stories than it is in Hero Stories. But I'm not sure if I'm imagining that or whether I'm right about that. Because sometimes I feel as if, in general, Dark Story levels might be a tad harder than Hero Story levels. But I'm not sure. I don't know if that's because they assume you're gonna play the Hero Story first and then Dark Story. Because it kind of makes sense in a way to do it that way. Then again, I'm sure a lot of players just, you know, go back and forth on a whim, like whatever they feel like, they don't play it in a linear way. Unlike me, who kind of does that. And you might be wondering why I did that right there. The reason is I had 19 rings going up to the checkpoint, but I knew that 19 wouldn't get me anything going through the checkpoint, but 20 would. So I just got a ring that was standing in front of the checkpoint so that I had 20 rings going into it, and I got a 5 ring bonus. So that's just something you can remember to try to do if you can get around the checkpoint, and you're really close to having a flat number of rings. Flat number of rings? That's not the expression I meant. Even number of rings, that's it. Word blocking. Thank goodness. You know when you know a word that embraces a concept and you know the word, it's on the tip of your tongue and you can't think of it? That was that moment right there. And once again, I'm close to having 40 rings, so I just grab a 4 from here and hit this checkpoint. Because I believe if I didn't have 40 rings when I went through that checkpoint, I would have gotten 5 rings instead of 10 as a reward. So that's always something to remember that you can do. I don't know if I've done it much yet though. Have I? I feel like if I had, I would have thought to mention it. Maybe I didn't though. Who knows? Yes, it's important to get that guy up there or the gate won't open for you. Some people don't even go up there normally. Oh, I just killed that guy upstairs by accident. I didn't even get all the lock-ons on him. Oh well, too bad. But some people don't even go upstairs to that guy. They don't see that guy and they get confused when they can't open the gate. So that's just something. And that guy, that one guy I shot who was flying in through the corridor, you cannot understand just how many takes I had to do just because I kept forgetting about that guy. That guy is easy to forget about. It's impossible to avoid if you forget about him and go farther down the hallway before shooting him. Don't mess with that guy. That guy is just a pain in the butt. And speaking of pain in the butt, we have another shield guy. Come on, I need to get my patient pants on here. There we go. Wait till he lowers the shield. I was trying to anticipate his lowering the shield so I would hit him the second he dropped it away. Not always a great idea. That 0.2 millisecond gain I would have got was not worth the 5 seconds of waiting again when I restarted the time I had to wait for him to lower the shield. Not worth it. Yeah, this isn't even as fancy as Iron Gate's hard mode. I'm starting to wonder about this. Oh goodness, I forgot about that. Why is it so powerful? Is there really a guy back in the corner? I thought, oh, there he is. Yeah, so instead of that guy who would normally be back in the corner, the back left corner, away from the camera, they put those three appearing guys who come out when you get close. That last one didn't come out until I got it right up in his face. And with that, we end the hard mode.
I did it!
Yes, you did, Tails, my boy. Yes, you did. And there ends Tails' first stage with about 30,000 points. I didn't know if I was gonna make it at first.
I did it,
I'm
Sonic!
too tired to do math. Yep, another rank A. Our 59th emblem. I know it doesn't feel like it, but trust me, going into the hundreds will come quickly. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. We will go to Mission Street.